going on, Jerome's? So yes, magic carpet ride season for slinging Sammy Darnold, but it does seem like he's turned a corner in his professional career. All that potential that made him the number 3 overall pick in 2018 starting to come home to roost. You see the arm talent, you see the work ethic, you see the high football IQ, you see the never say die attitude working beautifully with Jefferson and Addison and Hockenson and Kevin O'Connell, and is looking really damn good. Enter Colin Cowherd. Now, Cowherd does have this reputation nationally, but you have to be fair and call a spade because Cowherd over the last couple of years has been very fair with the Minnesota Vikings. He was one of the only national media jabroni haircuts to predict them to be good in 2022. Same thing with this year. And he's been pretty damn fair with the Vikings over the last couple of years, so respect there. Also, he's been a huge slinging Sammy Darnold fan going back for a couple of years. Probably the Southern California connection, sure. But it's been interesting because as the national media has poo-pooed the Vikings, poo-pooed on Darnold throughout his career, Cowherd has stood firm. And it's almost like a perfect storm amalgamation of the Vikings and Sam Darnold. So Cowherd's just been on one this season. And after Sam just had his career game against the Falcons, this is what he was talking about, the future for Sam Darnold. Quote, in the last month, Sam Darnold has 11 TDs and no picks. In the history of the league, you could put him in a very Rich Gannon class. More on that in a sec. And he's a top 4 quarterback in the league playing right now. A big, strong, athletic, coachable, tough kid. I'm sitting here thinking today, do you let him walk out of the building? Now, they'll make a decision with Darnold and McCarthy this offseason, right? And I think the rest of the year is going to be a big factor in what happens. And the Vikings could keep Darnold no matter what with the franchise tag in their back pocket, or he could sign a short-term deal in lieu of the franchise tag because otherwise he'll be tagged, or a long-term deal. Who knows, right? And McCarthy's only 21, right? And the question you have to ask is, can you win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years? Or hell, do you win a Super Bowl this year? Like I said, if Darnold wins the Super Bowl this year, just give him all the money. Who really cares at that point? But with Darnold, big, strong, athletic, tough, coachable kid. That's exactly what he's been. And you see the relationship that Darnold's had with Kevin O'Connell. It's exactly what you're looking for in this league. Darnold's only 27, going to be 28 next season. And I don't know. Like, I go back and forth. Like, every single day, I have different thoughts. And frankly, it's a good thing because having to choose between 2 good quarterbacks, it's a good spot to be in. Right, and also if you choose McCarthy, you likely can tag and trade Darnold for a mint at this point, especially given the outlook of the free agent and draft quarterback class. Now, the Rich Gannon factor. So Rich Gannon's interesting. So Rich was a 4th round pick. Now, out of Delaware, go Blue Hens. Now, he was drafted by the Patriots, but he was flipped to the Vikings in his rookie year, 1987. Spent 6 years here with the Vikings, intermittently starting in that mix with like Wade Wilson and stuff. Not Deadpool, the other one, right? And then he was with Washington, Kansas City, backup, intermittent starter, and just never really got things clicking. And then he landed in Oakland in 1999, and all of a sudden, whoosh, Pro Bowler, 2-time first team All-Pro, 2002 MVP. I went to the Super Bowl with the Raiders in 2002. It clicked with John Gruden. It clicked with Bill Callahan. And also he had Jerry Rice and Tim Brown as his receivers. So it was really good to go. And Gannon is the poster child, along with guys like Jim Plunkett, ironically both with the Raiders, of, hey, because Plunkett was a number 1 overall pick by the Patriots. Maybe it's just the whole Patriots to Raiders pipeline. I don't know, but of a quarterback who gets drafted into a bad situation, maybe doesn't get the time of day, maybe doesn't have that support, maybe bounces around a little bit, but all of a sudden he has that talent. But if he's surrounded by the right players and surrounded by the right coaching, boom, things can take off. And he won the MVP at age 36. Right? Darnold is only 27, and he's all of a sudden playing some of the best ball of his career. And it's exactly the same thing with Darnold. Didn't work out with the Jets because of Adam freaking Gase, and his number 1 receiver was Robbie Chosen Anderson. And then with the Panthers, Matt Rule, who obviously wasn't cut out to coach in the NFL. And then he gets the Vikings. You got Jefferson and Addison and Hockenson and a offensive line that needs some work, but is decent. Defense that is one of the top 5 defenses in the National Football League. Kevin O'Connell is the quarterback whisperer, and all of a sudden, And you see what Darnold has done this season, or specifically the last 4 games. Like, Cowherd's not wrong. And we made this case earlier in the day, and this is not hyperbole. Like, besides Stafford, the last 4 games, who has played better quarterback in the NFC? No one. Not Jared Goff, not Jalen Hurts, not anyone. Now, I say NFC because Josh Allen's been on one, right? But in terms of touchdowns, tied for first around the league last 4 games. 0 picks, quarterback rating, he's first. PFF grade, he's first. Quarterback wins, he's first. So, I mean, what else do you want? And the fact that Darnold put together this 4-game stretch after his worst game as a Viking against the Jaguars, throwing 3 picks, on the heels of throwing 2 picks in the 21-13 win on Sunday Night Football the week before that against the Colts, it's pretty damn amazing that, hey, faced some adversity, picked himself up, no factor, and got things done. And it does make you feel good because the Vikings are indeed 11-2 and looking to close out the season 15-2, maybe stealing the 1 seed and the division away from the Lions. And Darnold has been a major part of that. But what's going to happen this offseason? I don't know. I legitimately don't know, but I trust Kwesi. I trust Kevin O'Connell. I feel like they've earned the benefit of the doubt. And if it's Darnold, if they feel like they can build around him and go in a Super Bowl window run, yes, go ahead. If they feel like it's time to turn the page to JJ McCarthy, get some draft capital for Darnold and sell at the top of the market, and also you trust what this coaching staff can do with a guy like JJ McCarthy, yes, I'm all in. It's either way, it's good to go. But like we said, Cowherd gets a lot of stick from fans around the nation, but we have to respect it, call a spade a spade. Cowherd's been more than fair with the Vikings, and definitely he's been on the Sam Darnold train for quite some time. So it's beautiful how things are coming together. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Colin Cowherd is all in on slinging Sammy Darnold. Could he be on the Rich Gannon trade? Possibly. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skol. Production value.